You are the chosen one. You stared at the bills on the table, wondering how to survive another month. You sat in the waiting room of the hospital, heart racing, praying the doctor would bring good news. You walked through your house and heard silence louder than thunder. And yet, in the darkest night, heaven was already writing your dawn. Chosen one, you didn't stumble here by accident. This is divine alignment. This moment is not random, it is written. And what I am about to speak is not opinion, it is confirmation. When you walk into a room, you feel it. Heads turn, eyes follow. People notice you without knowing why. They whisper, they wonder, they stare, and you question yourself. Is it my clothes, my face, my mistake? But the truth is deeper. The truth is this: your spirit carries a frequency the world cannot ignore. You are light in a land of shadows. You are truth in a world addicted to lies. You are alignment in a generation lost in confusion. That is why they look, not because you are ordinary, but because you are marked. From the beginning of time, heaven wrote your name in fire. Before your body took its first breath, your soul was chosen, and the evidence of that calling surrounds you even now. The stares are not random, they are recognition. Some see your light and are drawn. Others see your light and are disturbed. But all of them feel it, because light can never be ignored. Joseph could not be ignored even in the prison. David could not be ignored even as a shepherd. Esther could not be ignored even when hidden in a palace. You too cannot be ignored, even in silence. Your very presence is a mirror. Some people see in you the hope they buried. Others see the fear they've been hiding. Some feel safe. Others feel exposed. But all react because when heaven sends light into the earth, darkness trembles. So I say to you, stop questioning why. Stop apologizing for being seen. The bills on the table do not cancel the anointing on your life. The doctor's report does not erase the purpose burning in your spirit. The silence in your home does not silence heaven's declaration over you. You are not invisible. You are unforgettable. You are not overlooked. You are anointed. And the next time someone stares, do not shrink. Lift your head. Straighten your shoulders. Smile. Because their spirit just saw something real. And in a world drowning in fake, real is irresistible. If this truth speaks to you, hit like and subscribe. Write 333 inches the comments. It is a prophetic sign of your divine alignment. The eyes of the world may question you, but the eyes of heaven confirm you. You are chosen. You are seen. You are unstoppable. And the first door of your destiny is opening now. You wake in a quiet room and feel the weight of the wilderness. Not sand and thorns, but unanswered emails, unpaid invoices, unread lab results. You stand by the window before sunrise and wonder how long this season will last. Chosen one, the wilderness is not a punishment. It is a classroom. It is the hallway between the word and the fulfillment. Bills gather on the table, a stack like a small mountain. You count and recount, you cut and cancel, and still, the numbers do not bow. In the hospital hallway you wait, the clock slow, the breath shallow, the prayer simple. At home, the distance between two people feels like a desert. You speak, the echo returns, and the silence sits between you like a wall. This is the wilderness, not a fairy tale, a Tuesday. Hear me. Identity was spoken over you, now the path must shape you. Israel crossed out of slavery and found empty land before promised land. David was anointed and then sent back to the sheep. Joseph dreamed and then sat in a prison he did not deserve. Esther was crowned and then faced a decree that could end her people. Your story walks the same pattern. First the call, then the stretch, then the proof. The wilderness exposes what cannot travel with you. Fear cannot cross with you. Old labels cannot cross with you. The need for constant approval cannot cross with you. In the quiet, you learn to feed on a better source. In the lack, you learn the language of daily bread. In the delay, you learn that timing is not denial. Heaven is not late. Heaven is precise. You feel eyes on you even here. The cashier pauses. The nurse lingers. The neighbor watches when you bring the trash out. You think it is judgment. Often it is recognition. Even in the wilderness, your light is not on pause. It is being refined. The stare is a mirror. It shows the fire in your eyes, the steadiness in your step, the refusal to fold. People sense the weight you carry. They cannot name it, but they feel it. There will be days you break. Let them come. Tears are not weakness. Tears are washing. Sit at the kitchen table with the unpaid bill and tell the truth. I do not have it yet, but I am not abandoned. Sit in the car after the appointment and breathe. The report is real, but it is not final. Sit on the edge of the bed while the silence stretches and say it softly. I will not fight you. I will fight for us. Simple words, steady faith. Like Joseph in the dark cell, you also feel forgotten. But the cell is not the ending. It is the hallway to your palace. Like David carrying bread to his brothers, you feel invisible. But the errand is the escort to your giant. Like Esther hidden in beauty treatments, you feel sidelined, but the preparation is the key that will open the door no one else can open. Patterns repeat because purpose is stable. Heaven is consistent. You will hear two voices in the wilderness. One says quit, the other says continue. One says bow to fear, the other says rise in faith. One says hide, the other says stand. Choose the voice that agrees with your identity. You are the chosen one. You were not selected for comfort. You were selected for impact. Comfort is a visitor. Purpose is your home. Practice the posture of provision. Spread the bills out, place your hands on them, and say it. I will be a river, not a puddle. Money will not master me. I will master money. Practice the posture of healing. Place your hand on your chest in the waiting room and say it. My body is aligning. My soul is steady. My mind is clear. Practice the posture of reconciliation. When the house is quiet, write a note. Leave it on the table. I am here. I am listening. I am willing to rebuild. Do not confuse delay with denial. Seeds are silent before they are visible. Receipts come after the purchase. Breakthrough often arrives after you decide to stop chasing it and start walking like you already carry it. Heaven honors posture. Expect resistance. The wilderness trains you to see it without panic. A random expense hits your account. Breathe. A sudden symptom flares. Breathe. A harsh word lands in your home. Breathe. Answer with short prayers and long patience. Answer with gentle eyes and firm boundaries. Answer with small obedience every hour. This is how you outlast what hunts you. When people stare in these days, remember what their eyes reveal. Some stare because faith looks strange to the faithless. Some stare because hope looks expensive to those who have spent it all. Some stare because they see in you the proof that resilience is possible. Either way, do not shrink. Lift your chin. You are a sign, not a spectacle. You are an answer, not an accident. If this word confirms your season, hit like and subscribe. Write 333 inches the comments. It is a prophetic sign of your divine alignment. Let your agreement be seen. Faith multiplies when it is declared. Make room for practical wisdom. Call the creditor and ask for a plan. That call is not defeat. That call is stewardship. Ask the doctor every question and take notes. Knowledge is not fear. Knowledge is a lamp. Sit with your partner at the table and schedule honest minutes. Truth is the first bridge. Then build the next bridge. Then cross together. Remember the manna. It fell daily, not yearly. Provision is a river with fresh water each morning. Remember the sling. It looked simple, but it carried precision. Strategy can be simple and still be supernatural. Remember the scepter. Esther touched it with courage and saved many. Courage can be gentle and still be royal. The wilderness also reveals your companions. Some cannot walk this stretch with you. Let them bless you by leaving. Some will walk and complain. Do not let complaint become your language. Some will walk and pray. Keep those near. Your circle sets your ceiling. Choose people who carry peace. Choose people who respect your calling. Choose people who speak life even when numbers look like famine. Guard your inner weather. The storm outside does not decide the climate within. Start the morning with a whispered decree. I am steady. I am led. I am supplied. End the night with a simple report. I kept my peace. I finished my part. I will rest. This is not performance. This is alignment. Your spirit learns the beat. Your mind learns the pattern. Your body follows. When the mirror looks back and you see fatigue, do not despise it. Fatigue is a flag. It tells you to refuel. Drink water. Step outside for 5 minutes. Stretch. Text one honest friend. Tell them the truth and receive the reminder. You are not carrying this alone. Heaven is not observing. Heaven is partnering. If this message is stirring your courage, share it with one person who needs breath today. Write 444 inches the comments as a sign that you receive the mantle of perseverance. Let heaven and earth witness your yes. The wilderness will not swallow you. It will sharpen you. When you exit, you will not exit empty. You will carry a blueprint for others, a language for the broken, a map for the lost. You will know where the water is. You will know how to stand when the wind lies. You will know how to bless a table that looks bare and watch it overflow. And on the day you step out, you will look back and thank the sand. You will honor the silence. You will bless the ache that taught you to hear. You will recognize the hand of God in the details. You will say it without shaking. I am ready. The chapter of the wilderness closes with a sign, a path cut through dry ground, footprints leading forward, a shadow behind you that no longer calls your name. Keep walking. Visual image. A narrow path opens across a dry valley, and far ahead, a single green tree stands beside a small table already set with bread. You walked into the room, and the giant was already there. Not a warrior in armor, but a debt that towers above your income. Not a sword in hand, but a doctor's chart filled with words you do not understand. Not a roar, but silence in your home that cuts deeper than any weapon. The giant is not myth. The giant is Monday morning. Chosen one, hear me. Giants are not proof that you are weak. They are proof that you are strong enough to face them. If you were not meant to fight, you would not be standing here. If you were not marked, the giant would not bother. Opposition is confirmation. Resistance is evidence. David faced Goliath with nothing but a sling and a stone. The crowd laughed. The soldiers doubted. The giant mocked. But the hand of God aimed the stone. What others saw as small was enough. What you see as not enough in your life, your limited funds, your quiet voice, your fragile health, heaven sees as sufficient when aligned with faith. Bills pile up like walls. Stare at them and say it aloud. You will not bury me. I will outlast you. I will steward what I have until overflow arrives. Health reports weigh heavy. Lay your hand on them and declare, my body is aligning with the blueprint of heaven. Relationships feel fractured. Write one sentence of truth and leave it on the table. Bridges are built one word at a time. Giants are loud. They shout to shake your faith. They laugh to weaken your will. But notice what happened in David's story. The giant cursed him by his gods. That means even giants know the battle is spiritual. The fight is never about money alone, or sickness alone, or silence alone. The fight is about the faith you carry. The giant comes not for your wallet, not for your body, not for your marriage. The giant comes for your confidence in God. Chosen one, never hand that over. Protect your faith like treasure. Feed it daily with truth. Speak it even when no one listens. Declare it even when no one agrees. David said it before the stone ever flew. The Lord will deliver you into my hands. He spoke victory before it was visible. You must do the same. When people stare in this season, they see more than you know. They see someone standing before giants and not running. They see someone who still shows up, still pays what they can, still prays in the hospital hallway, still hopes in the silence. And even if they never tell you, they are inspired. You are preaching without a pulpit. You are prophesying without a microphone. You are fighting in faith, and others feel it. If this word is awakening something in you, hit like and subscribe. Write 333 inches the comments. It is a prophetic sign of your divine alignment. Let heaven record your yes. Now listen, giants fall differently than walls. Walls crumble piece by piece. Giants drop suddenly. One moment they roar, the next they fall face down. Do not measure your victory by progress you can count. Some battles end in a sudden shift, a sudden email, a sudden healing, a sudden reconciliation. Your job is not to predict the timing. Your job is to hold the stone and keep standing. David did not only slay the giant, he cut off its head. Why? To silence the voice permanently. Some of your giants will not just fall, they will lose their power to rise again. The debt will not only shrink, it will lose the grip it had on your family line. The sickness will not only retreat, it will break the fear that ruled you for years. The silence will not only end, it will be replaced with laughter that echoes through generations. So sharpen your stone. The stone is your word, the sling is your faith, and the aim is guided by heaven itself. Stand steady, speak boldly, release the stone. When the dust clears, you will not only see the giant down, you will see the crowd stunned. The same people who doubted will testify. The same ones who stared with mockery will stare with awe. And you will know this: truth giants are not proof of your weakness. Giants are invitations to your throne. The scene closes with the picture of the giant lying face down, the stone still lodged in its forehead, and in your hand the sword once used against you, now lifted in victory. You sat in the waiting room, hours passing, the smell of disinfectant sharp in the air. Every door that opened felt like judgment. Every clipboard in a nurse's hand felt like a verdict. The prison is not always iron bars. Sometimes it is paperwork, test results, a system you cannot control. Joseph knew this. He sat in a cell, forgotten by men, but remembered by God. Chosen one, listen. The prison season is not the end. It is the preparation. Joseph's cell was not punishment. It was positioning. The cupbearer forgot him, but heaven did not. And the same is true for you. When you feel confined, when you feel like nothing moves, when the silence mocks you, remember, prisons are temporary, but purpose is permanent. You know the weight of isolation. You text and no one replies. You sit at a table built for two but eat alone. You scroll through feeds of smiling faces and wonder if your life is invisible. But hear this truth. You are not invisible. You are hidden. And hiding is different. A seed buried in the soil looks invisible too, but it is not forgotten. It is becoming. Every test you wait on, every locked door you push against, every night you sit awake in the dark, it is refining your patience, sharpening your discernment, teaching you to hear the voice of heaven above the noise of earth. When freedom comes, you will walk out, not just released, but transformed. Joseph left the prison not as a victim but as a ruler. The same people who ignored him had to listen to him. The same Pharaoh who never knew his name gave him authority over a nation. Do not despise the prison. It is the cocoon. It is the womb. It is the place where heaven reshapes you for the next season. Look at your current walls. Bills stacked like bars. Hospital schedules like a locked timetable. A strained relationship where every word feels like a chain. Do not curse the prison. Speak to it. Say, "This is not my grave. This is my hallway. This is not my cage. This is my corridor. I am not abandoned. I am being arranged." When people stare at you in this season, they are not looking at a prisoner. They are seeing someone carrying authority, even in limitation. They wonder how you stand so calm when the bars are visible. They wonder why your eyes shine when the answer has not come yet. That glow is not natural. It is the evidence of faith. It is the sign of heaven's mark. If this truth is stirring in you, hit like and subscribe. Write 333 inches the comments. It is a prophetic sign of your divine alignment. You are not watching by accident. You are hearing your confirmation. Remember Paul and Silas. At midnight, in chains, in a prison, they sang, and the ground shook, doors opened, chains fell, not just theirs, but everyone's. Your praise in confinement does more than free you. It ripples. It breaks others free. That is why the prison is powerful. What looks like limitation becomes the stage for liberation. Do not measure your worth by the space you stand in. A cell can hold your body, but it cannot hold your spirit. A bill can limit your wallet, but it cannot silence your generosity. A diagnosis can touch your health, but it cannot touch your purpose. Chains are temporary. Callings are eternal. Chosen one. The prison teaches you to wait without losing hope, to believe without seeing proof, to sing without hearing applause. And when the doors swing open, you will carry something rare: resilience. People who never sat in chains will never know this kind of strength. You will. You already do. When you step out, you will not step alone. You will bring wisdom, clarity, and strategy. You will feed nations like Joseph, heal families like Paul, and restore hope like Esther. The prison is shaping your voice, and that voice will not whisper. It will command. So tonight, if you feel caged, sing anyway. If you feel silenced, declare anyway. If you feel confined, dream anyway. The walls hear you. The ground feels you. Heaven is moving. And when the shift comes, it will be sudden. The door will not creak. It will swing. The chains will not loosen slowly. They will drop all at once. One day you will wake, and the very space that confined you will be the testimony that crowns you. The scene closes with the image of a heavy prison door swinging open, light flooding in, and a figure stepping out, with eyes lifted and chains falling to the ground. The palace always comes after the prison. You do not walk from despair into despair forever. There is a turn, a pivot, a sudden knock at the door that changes everything. One phone call, one letter, one conversation that lifts you from the lowest place into the very seat you never imagined. Joseph went from cell to throne in a single day. Esther went from orphan to queen in a single night. David went from shepherd to king with one anointing. And you, chosen one, your pivot is closer than it looks. You sit at the kitchen table, bills spread out like a battlefield. You whisper, "How?" Heaven whispers back, "Watch." You wait in the hospital lobby, breath shallow, eyes tired. You murmur, "When?" Heaven answers, "Soon." You stand in the hallway of your home, silence pressing, wondering if love can live again. You sigh, "Is it possible?" Heaven declares, "Yes." The palace season is not about luxury. It is about influence. It is not about gold. It is about government. The throne is not a couch for your comfort. It is a seat for your assignment. Chosen one, heaven is not lifting you for applause, but for impact. Nations will eat from the strategy you carry. Families will heal from the courage you embody. Strangers will live because you dared to believe in the middle of famine. When you enter your palace season, the stares will intensify. Some will marvel, some will envy, some will bow. Do not let their eyes distract you. Remember the prison. Remember the tears, the silence, the long nights. Carry humility into the palace. Carry gratitude into the throne room. Carry compassion into the council. Never forget that the hand that lifted you is the same hand that held you when no one else could. Look around in faith. The very people who doubted you will have to request your wisdom. The same voices that mocked your struggle will sit at your table for advice. The same ones who stared at you in confusion will stare at you in awe. But hear me, do not use your new strength to crush them. Use it to cover them. True royalty redeems. Real authority restores. The bills that once threatened you will become testimonies. The hospital rooms that scared you will become places you visit to pray for others. The silence that hurt you will transform into laughter echoing in your halls. This is the rhythm of heaven. Ashes to beauty, tears to joy, chains to crown. If this message confirms what your spirit already knew, hit like and subscribe. Write 333 inches the comments. It is a prophetic sign of your divine alignment. Let your agreement mark the shift. You are not being lifted for you alone. You are being lifted for those still sitting in cells, still staring at giants, still wandering the wilderness. You will be their map. You will be their proof. You will be their living prophecy. Your scars will speak louder than sermons. Your journey will preach louder than pulpits. And your palace will not be an end, but a beginning. Chosen one, step into it. With head lifted, with heart steady, with spirit aligned, you are not entering empty-handed. You carry the weight of every night you survived, every bill you faced, every test you endured, every silence you overcame. This weight is not baggage. It is glory, and it will make the throne fit. The chapter closes with the image of a golden hall, light cascading from high windows, and at the center, a throne empty, waiting. And heaven's voice whispers, "Sit, it is yours." You stand at the threshold. The door is open, light spilling through, but your feet tremble. After years of waiting, after battles and prisons and silence, stepping into destiny feels almost unreal. Chosen one, hear this. Hesitation at the doorway is normal. The shift from wilderness to promise is heavy, but you were born for it. The bills that once mocked you now lie paid, receipts stacked, like stones of remembrance. The reports that once terrified you now serve as testimony. I was sick, but I am healed. I was weak, but I am strong. The silence in your home has cracked, laughter echoing where sorrow once lived. This is not fantasy. This is prophecy unfolding. But remember, promotion attracts pressure. The crown carries weight. Do not think the throne is the end of your warfare. It is the beginning of influence. Giants fall in the valley, but serpents wait in the palace. The higher you rise, the more eyes fix on you. Some eyes with admiration, others with envy, a few with hidden malice, but all of them confirm the same truth. You are chosen. Do not shrink. Walk with your head high. You are not here by accident. You are not here by human vote. Heaven authored your steps. Every delay, every denial, every door that closed it, was all aligning you for this exact hour. And when people stare at you now, they are not just seeing the glow of survival, they are seeing the authority of arrival. You carry something weighty. Your very presence shifts atmospheres. Rooms grow still. Conversations pause. Not because of you, but because of the presence within you. The Spirit of God is visible, undeniable, unshakable. Chosen one, this is your moment to lead. Lead with kindness. Lead with strength. Lead with clarity. Do not mirror the cruelty you endured. Rise above it. Speak life where others curse. Offer wisdom where others scheme. Rule with the same compassion you begged for in your wilderness. That is what makes your reign different. That is what makes you trusted. If this word strikes your spirit, hit like and subscribe. Write 333 inches the comments. It is a prophetic sign of your divine alignment. Mark it publicly, so heaven and earth witness your yes. Do not forget the pattern. Joseph saved nations. Esther saved her people. David protected Israel. Their elevation was never just about them. Neither is yours. Your testimony is a key for others. Your palace is a platform for deliverance. Your influence is an instrument of rescue. The night is over. The dawn has broken. The wilderness is behind you. The giant lies defeated. The prison door stands open. Step forward. Sit down. Breathe deep. The throne was carved with your name long before you arrived, and the vision closes with the image of you seated, crown resting lightly on your head, robes flowing, eyes steady, not as one who barely made it, but as one who was always destined to reign. Chosen one, you have reached the end of this journey, from bills on the table to the throne in the palace, from the hospital corridor to the council of a kingdom, from silence in your home to laughter filling the halls. You thought you were only surviving storms, but in truth, you were writing a testimony. Remember this, you were never alone. In the darkest night, a hand was holding you. You never failed. Every tear was watering the garden of your future. You were never forgotten. People may have overlooked you, but heaven has always called your name. You learned to listen in the wilderness, to be bold before giants, to endure in the prison, and to walk humbly in the palace. Every chapter shaped you into who you are now, mature, steady, radiant. When people look at you now, they no longer see someone struggling. They see someone crowned with glory. They no longer see only your story. They see heaven's handwriting across your life. You are no longer defined by problems, but by purpose. You are no longer surviving. You are shining. Chosen one, this is the completion of the journey, but not the end. The throne is not the destination, it is the platform. Your survival is not the final word. Your influence is. You are lifted not just to reign, but to heal, to guide, to ignite. So lift your head and smile. You are the witness. You are the answer. You are the flame. And this light will keep burning until every darkness is undone.